In today's episode of How Long Until Satch Destroys His Mental Health, I am going to be attempting to get to round 50 using the Chaos mod on Black Ops 3. I've done my fair share of challenges when it comes to zombies, mostly consisting of using a specific weapon or weapon class and then trying to get to round 50 with it. Even though I thoroughly enjoy making those videos, I often wonder what else I can do. What other parameters can I set whilst trying to get to round 50? Apothis, a fellow zombies YouTuber, has a great series where he can only use things he gets from gobblegums, such as guns, perks, stuff like that. Which is great in theory and definitely something I'd like to try, but the only issue for me there is I just straight up forget to spin the gobblegum machine every round, and before I'd know it, I'd be about to hit round 50 and I've spun the gobblegum machine like 12 times. Therefore, my dumbass needs something that's a bit more automated, and that's when I remembered the Chaos mod exists. Now, for those of you who may not know what this mod is, it's basically just chaos, as the name suggests. No, but for real though, the Chaos mod is a timer of 30 seconds, and every 30 seconds when the timer resets, something random happens. These random effects or events can be something good, like giving you free perks, free pack-a-punch, all the zombies can walk, you become invincible, something like that. But there is a flip side to this, as not everything that happens is going to be good, because there is just as many, or maybe even more, negative events/effects. You can lose your guns, perks, points, all of your controls can be inverted. Zombies can be turned into super sprinters. There can even be fake crashes. So what this video actually is, it's basically just 50 rounds of anxiety. Firstly, we needed a map, and I may have chosen Ascension. Now, I know some of you sitting there will be like, ooh, what a cop-out, blah, 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 blah. But look, alright, I had no idea what the hell this mod was about to unleash. So Ascension just kind of evens the playing field, 30 seconds in, and it was time for our first event. Quacking Rock. No. Seriously. That's what I know how to deal with for the next 3 minutes, as well as whatever else the game decided to throw at me. Apart from Quacknarok, the opening few rounds weren't actually that tedious. We got Caffeinated, which basically just turned me into Roadrunner, but on crack. I got Power-Ups Last Forever at the perfect time, as I also got a double point, so I pretty much just got to farm points for a minute. And I also got upgraded Mystery Box, which makes all box guns pack-a-punched. So by round 5, without doing much of anything, I had a bunch of points, and now a pack-a-punch dredge. Round 5 also saw the first Monkey round, which was a breeze with our pack-a-punch dredge. Round 6 could have been the first down, as I got Martyrdom, which I wasn't paying attention for, and I killed a zombie who obviously drops a grenade, and if I had just been a little bit slower there, that's probably the first down right there. The very next round, I got Disorderly Combat, which meant no more dredge, sadly, and now I had to deal with my weapon switching every 30 seconds for the next 5 minutes. Or at least that's what I thought, but with about 90 seconds remaining on our Disorderly Combat, I got Sugar Rush. Now, I know the mod is literally called Chaos, but goddamn, Sugar Rush is a headache. As every 5 seconds for I think a minute, the game just spits out a new gobblegum. I got stuff like profit sharing, raindrops, shopping free, on the house, and honestly a lot more that I just didn't get a chance to see because there was just so much stuff going on. Although going back to that earlier conversation about using a gobblegum every round for a challenge, if there was a toned down version of Sugar Rush, maybe a new gobblegum every 90 seconds to 2 minutes, with some custom gobblegums thrown in there, just, spice things up, that would be such a good mod for a challenge video. Maybe that already exists, maybe it doesn't, and if it doesn't, I would actually pay for its existence. Anyway, moving on, I got Pack-a-Punch opened on round 13, so I could at least try and guarantee myself some strong guns. At this point, I also had a Pack-a-Punch Drakon and a standard Haymaker. Quite frankly, I have no idea how I obtained either one of these guns, but I had them and I wasn't complaining. Then on round 14, I had one of the worst things that can ever happen to you in zombies. I got Samantha glitched. Or at least I thought I did, until I realized it was just the mod, and now my anxiety levels were through the roof. Now, round 16, I get an event called I Found Jug. Now, what this is supposed to do is teleport Jug to your location, and that's just where Jug will then reside for the rest of the game. Well, as you can see, Jug's just not there. But it actually is. You see, it's just invisible and hollow. So I can just walk straight through it, and I'll have no idea where it is at any time. It's there, but it's invisible. which is great for me. The best thing about this mod is that it sometimes gives you nice things. Like on round 17, I'm lining up a shot with my Pack-a-Punch Haymaker, and then the game graces me with a Pack-a-Punch Thundergun. You know when your luck's in, your luck is in. But then shortly afterwards, I had one of the most jarring experiences I've ever had in zombies with something called out-of-body experience, which forces you to play in third person. I hated it. This isn't the only event that this mod has that I hate. There is a few others. Aiming disabled, quite annoying, especially when you've got a sniper with hipfire spread the equivalent size of Texas. My X key is broken, which in my case was both my scroll wheel and number keys that I used to switch weapons. But the next one, I didn't hate it because it made the game harder. No, I hate it because it turns the effing game into a horror game. Random zombie speed has these little assholes creeping up on me as slow as possible and then just balls to the wall sprinting at me as fast as possible. Shit was terrifying. The mod continues to mess with my head the higher the rounds go. We're now on round 24, and I get something called I need glasses. Now, if you didn't know, I wear glasses because, well, my eyes are broken, and I get this stupid event. And quite frankly, it had my brain running like it was Windows 95 being booted for the first time in 20 years. It just wasn't computing. My fellow glasses users, you know the squint you do when things are just a little out of sight? Yeah, that was me this entire round, and every other time this event popped up. It was hell. The next few rounds were actually very kind to me. I got myself the Ray Gun Mark II out of the box, as well as a Pack-a-Punch Locust, which, by the way, why did no one ever tell me this gun is as good as it is? One tapping heads at around 27, and also for much longer, without double tap. It's nuts. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end. I had gone 33 rounds without a single down. A couple of close calls here and there, but I was still standing. Yeah, that was until I got blinded, and then immediately after I got explosive zombies, which I had no idea was a thing, and because I don't pay attention, I shoot a bunch of zombies that are directly next to me, which all explode, and I take our first down. Thankfully, the Locust was my mule kit gun, which I won't lie, I was a little sad about losing, but I still had the ray gun and the thunder gun. Straight away, I had to get to work grabbing my perks. I went for quick revive, but it gave me speed. Thanks, mod. I then ran up to Jug, forgetting it's technically teleported elsewhere, even though the machine was still in the original spot. Now, in the midst of me getting all of my perks back, the mod did something terrible to me, and something so despicable. It took all of my guns from me and replaced them with the RPK and a KRM. So not only did the game blow me up with zombies, it then stole all my best guns from me. Literally the best guns from me. Just pain. Considering my perks are now all over the joint and I didn't have the weaponry to protect myself, I just hit the Wonder Fizz a bunch of times and got some pretty decent perks back. It was also here when I realized my perk limit had been increased, and this mod really does make you the epitome of mixed feelings. It's actually rather annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I had a bunch of perks back when no Jug, and I was panicking a little bit at this point, as I had quite literally no idea if Jug was even on the map anymore. That was until I heard the jingle, just playing away to its invisible self. Here I was able to buy it, and safety had once again been restored. Or, well, as safe as it can be, as I'm still the one playing here. The remaining 30s were actually very pleasant. I got the Thundergun and the Locust back, and I was generally just vibing. That wasn't until round 38, and this happened. And I genuinely almost had a heart attack, even though I'm playing on PC, and it makes no sense for PS4 crashes to be happening, it still rattled my brain in all the wrong ways. And then around 44, I get what is probably the best thing in this entire mod, but I'll just let the game say it for me.
And there we go. Oh god, no, you're not supposed to see that. You were not supposed to see that. Why did that just happen?
I'm so sorry, Dalek. From here on out, I think I'd already had everything that can happen, so it was just a straight shot to the end without any more surprises. That wasn't until round 47 when more exploding zombies came around and I downed myself in the exact same way as earlier. Before long, I had all my perks back, and this time it was actually a straightforward shot to round 50, and the last event we got of the entire game was Quacknarok, ending the game we started, and I don't think I could have called that even if I tried. Round 50, Chaos mod completed, over 3,000 kills and 231 different effects. That's kind of wild. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like and sub if you're new. Let me know in the comments what other challenges I should try, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.